So my project is called Hydrocarbon Mania, and basically it's a program that you can either make a molecule or you can use a study tool and guess a molecule. So first we're going to guess a molecule, and it randomly generates one, and this one you look at and you see 3 carbons and a double bond to an oxygen here. So from that you could determine that it's a ketone with 3 carbons, and we saw that the oxygen was coming off of the second carbon. So then we check it, and we're right. And then now we're going to go make some molecules. So we're going to first make a carboxylic acid. We're going to make acetic acid, which has 2 carbons, and it looks like this. And you can see the carboxyl group with the double bond to the oxygen and the bond to the hydroxyl group here with the OH. And then you can zoom out, and then you can zoom back in just to see it bigger, and you can rotate it just to change around the perspective, and that just gives you a good visual of the molecule. And then we're going to go back to the home page, and we're going to make another molecule. So now we're going to make diethyl ether, which has 4 carbons, 2 on each side, with the oxygen functional group in the middle as number 3. So when you rotate it, you could see the ethyl group on this side, and the ethyl group on the other side, and the oxygen there with the 2 lone pairs of electrons. So next we're going to try to make an alkyne, and this one's going to have 17 carbons, and then it's just going to have a few double bonds on the second carbon and the 10th carbon. And then we're also going to look at triple bonds on the 7th carbon, and then we're just going to add some branches. So we can add like methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl branches, whatever you want. So we're just going to add an ethyl branch here on the 4th carbon, and then on the 13th carbon we're going to add a propyl branch. And so you just move the window and you can see all the carbons here, and you can rotate it and get kind of a better look at it, and you just see how many carbons there are and see it makes more complex molecules. So now we're just going to make an alkyne with 7 carbons, and you're going to put a double bond on the second one and a triple bond on the 5th one. And then we're going to do on the 4th carbon, we're going to just have an ethyl branch, and we're going to visualize it and see what it looks like. And drag the window, and we can rotate the molecule, and you can count up the carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you can look for the branch on the 4th carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's just an ethyl branch with 2 carbons. So pretty cool. And then you can also see like the double and triple bonds on the molecule. You can see how it affects the angles there. So pretty cool. And then we're going to see what happens when we try to make a pentyne that just has a double bond of the second and a triple bond of the third, which is actually an illegal molecule because that would have 5 bonds. So you just get this little error message here, and then we go home, and that's the project.